Welcome to Trivia Clips Live. Today, you're getting not one, not two, but three explosive rock segments in one epic video. First, we settle the ultimate rivalry between the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Then, we reveal shocking facts about Metallica that even die-hard fans don't know. And finally, we challenge you to score 12 out of 12 in our Linkin Park Trivia test. Comment your answers, tell us your favorite band, and subscribe so you never miss another rock showdown. Let's jump right in.
Welcome to Trivia Clips. Today we'll settle one of rock's greatest debates. Who revolutionized music more, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? Let's jump right into it. 1. Who released the revolutionary album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? A. The Beatles. B. The Rolling Stones. C. Queen. The answer is A. The Beatles. Did you know? Sgt. Pepper was the first rock concept album ever created. Released in 1967, it took nearly 700 studio hours, unheard of at the time. The Beatles pushed musical boundaries using groundbreaking production techniques. They included lyrics printed directly on the album sleeve for the first time in music history. This album inspired countless musicians and shaped future concept albums. Even the Rolling Stones acknowledged its influence by releasing a similar concept album shortly after. 2. Which band released the song Paint It Black in 1966? A. Pink Floyd. B. The Beatles. C. The Rolling Stones. The answer is C. The Rolling Stones. Did you know? Paint It Black was groundbreaking for incorporating Eastern instruments, specifically the sitar, played by guitarist Brian Jones. The song symbolized the dark mood of the 1960s, reflecting global conflicts and cultural shifts. It topped charts worldwide and became an anthem for youth rebellion. Originally titled Paint It Black, the comma was mistakenly removed, adding a darker interpretation. The track has been prominently featured in numerous films, games, and TV shows, reinforcing its cultural impact. 3. Which band made history first by performing on The Ed Sullivan Show? A. The Beatles. B. The Rolling Stones. C. The Doors. The answer is A. The Beatles. Did you know? When the Beatles appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show in February 1964, over 73 million Americans tuned in. Crime rates reportedly dropped drastically during their performance, as even criminals were watching the broadcast. This iconic moment launched Beatlemania in the U.S. and triggered the British invasion. The overwhelming reaction from fans was unprecedented, making this one of television's most historic events. The Rolling Stones appeared on the same show later that year, benefiting greatly from the path opened by the Beatles. 4. Which band recorded the controversial track Sympathy for the Devil? A. The Beatles. B. Led Zeppelin. C. The Rolling Stones. The answer is C. The Rolling Stones. Did you know? Sympathy for the Devil stirred intense controversy upon its release in 1968. Critics mistakenly accused the Stones of promoting Satanism due to its provocative lyrics. Mick Jagger, however, was inspired by a novel about human morality. During recording, a studio fire further fueled these dark rumors. Despite controversy, the song became one of their most iconic, marking the Stones as edgy, rebellious figures. Today, it's frequently used in movies and documentaries symbolizing chaos and rebellion. 5. Which band famously recorded the White Album? A. The Rolling Stones. B. The Beatles. C. The Who. The answer is B. The Beatles. Did you know? The Beatles' White Album, released in 1968, officially titled The Beatles, is famous for its simplicity, a plain white cover with no graphics. Recording sessions were tense, with internal conflicts leading Ringo Starr to briefly quit the band. Containing a mix of genres from rock to folk, the album is noted for its experimental diversity. The original copies were individually numbered, making them highly collectible today. It's also infamous for inspiring Charles Manson, who tragically misinterpreted lyrics. Despite this, it remains one of rock's most influential albums ever produced. 6. Who released the iconic single Gimme Shelter? A. Led Zeppelin. B. The Beatles. C. The Rolling Stones. The answer is C. The Rolling Stones. Did you know? Gimme Shelter captured the tense and chaotic atmosphere of 1969, referencing war and societal upheaval. Mick Jagger described it as a song reflecting apocalypse and violence. Mary Clayton's powerful backing vocals were famously recorded late at night, her voice cracking emotionally during the session. Clayton tragically suffered a miscarriage afterward, adding a haunting dimension to the track's legend. Considered among the greatest rock songs ever, it's frequently used in films to depict crisis or dramatic tension. Its intensity cemented the Rolling Stones' reputation for musical and lyrical depth. 7. Who popularized the mop-top hairstyle worldwide? A. Queen. B. The Beatles. C. The Rolling Stones. The answer is B. The Beatles. Did you know? The Beatles' iconic mop-top hairstyle sparked controversy in the conservative early 60s. Originally styled by friend Astrid Kirchherr, it became a global sensation as fans everywhere copied it. Barbers even began offering Beatle cuts, dramatically changing men's grooming standards. Newspapers debated its morality, labeling it scandalously long. Merchandise like dolls and wigs quickly capitalized on the trend, reflecting the band's influence beyond music. The Beatles unintentionally started a hairstyle revolution still associated with their image today. 8. Who recorded the classic blues rock album Exile on Main Street? A. The Beatles. B. The Rolling Stones. C. The Doors. The answer is B. The Rolling Stones. Did you know? Exile on Main Street, 1972, was recorded mainly in a villa in France, rented by the Stones to escape British tax laws. The sessions were chaotic, filled with drugs and tension, but contributed to the album's raw sound. Initially, critics gave mixed reviews, but today it's praised as the Stones' greatest achievement. Its authentic blues influence inspired future generations of rock bands. It's frequently listed among the greatest albums ever, celebrated for capturing the gritty essence of rock and roll. 9. Which band had more #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100? A. The Beatles. B. The Rolling Stones. C. Pink Floyd. The answer is A. The Beatles. Did you know? The Beatles have the record for most #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, with an astonishing 20 singles. They remarkably held the top 5 spots simultaneously in April 1964, a record never replicated. Their unprecedented chart success dramatically reshaped the music industry. Radio stations even created Beatles-only shows to satisfy demand. Their global success influenced generations, solidifying them as the most commercially successful band ever. Even the Rolling Stones, despite their longevity, never matched this extraordinary chart dominance. 10. Which band had the infamous Altamont Speedway concert tragedy in 1969? A. The Beatles. B. The Rolling Stones. C. Led Zeppelin. The answer is B. The Rolling Stones. Did you know? The Altamont concert, headlined by the Stones, became infamous after violence erupted, resulting in the death of a fan. The Hells Angels were hired as security, escalating tensions dramatically. This tragedy symbolized the darker end of the idealistic 60s. The events were documented in the film Gimme Shelter, marking a turning point in rock history. The Stones deeply regretted the incident, forever shadowing their image. Altamont contrasted sharply with the Peace of Woodstock, becoming a tragic counter-symbol of the era. Now that you've heard these amazing stories, it's your turn. Who do you think revolutionized music more, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? Let me know your choice down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to TriviaClips for more epic rock trivia and fascinating facts every day. See you next time.
All right, that was a battle for the ages. The Beatles or the Stones. But now it's time to crank it up. Let's jump into 10 insane Metallica facts that even the most hardcore fans might not know. Get ready for a wild ride.
Welcome to TriviaClips, where we bring you the best top 10 lists in music. Today we dive into the history of one of the most legendary metal bands of all time, Metallica. Stay until the end. Number 1 will surprise even the most hardcore fans. What was Metallica's first ever song? The first song the band ever recorded was Hit the Lights, featured on the 1982 compilation album Metal Massacre. It was written by James Hetfield and Lars Ulrich before Metallica had a full lineup. The song caught attention in the underground metal scene, helping the band gain early recognition. Interestingly, it was initially recorded with Lloyd Grant on lead guitar before Dave Mustaine joined. The track later became the opener for their debut album Kill 'Em All, marking the official start of Metallica's legacy. Over the years, the song has remained a fan favorite, often performed at their live shows. Its raw, aggressive sound perfectly captured the spirit of the early thrash metal movement. 9. Why did Dave Mustaine get kicked out of the band? Dave Mustaine was Metallica's original lead guitarist, but was fired in 1983 due to his aggressive behavior and alcohol abuse. He was sent back to Los Angeles on a bus the same day the band arrived in New York to record Kill 'Em All. His replacement, Kirk Hammett, was brought in from the band Exodus. Mustaine later formed Megadeth, which became one of Metallica's biggest rivals in the thrash metal scene. Over the years, tensions between Metallica and Mustaine softened, but the rivalry remains a crucial part of metal history. Mustaine has stated in interviews that being kicked out of Metallica fueled his drive to create a band that could rival them. Despite the tension, Megadeth and Metallica both became pillars of heavy metal, shaping the genre in different ways. 8. What inspired the album Master of Puppets? Released in 1986, Master of Puppets is considered one of the greatest metal albums ever. The title track is about drug addiction, symbolizing substances as puppet masters controlling their users. The album was Metallica's last with bassist Cliff Burton before his tragic death. Songs like Battery and Welcome Home, Sanitarium showcase the band's evolving sound, combining speed, aggression, and deep lyrics. To this day, the album is often ranked as one of the most influential metal records in history. It was the first thrash metal album to be certified platinum and has since sold over 6 million copies in the US alone. Many bands cite Master of Puppets as the defining album that influenced their own musical careers. 7. What happened to Cliff Burton? On September 27, 1986, Metallica's tour bus crashed in Sweden, killing bassist Cliff Burton. The band had drawn cards the night before to decide who would get the best bunk, and Burton won. When the bus skidded on icy roads, it flipped, and Burton was thrown out and crushed underneath. His death devastated the band, but they continued in his honor, bringing in Jason Newsted as his replacement. Metallica still pays tribute to Cliff at concerts, keeping his legacy alive. The song, To Live Is to Die, from And Justice for All includes riffs written by Burton, serving as a tribute to him. His influence on Metallica's early sound remains undeniable, and fans still regard him as one of the greatest bassists in metal history. 6. Why did Metallica sue Napster?
It started out as a
In 2000, Metallica filed a lawsuit against Napster, a file-sharing platform that allowed users to download music for free. The band discovered an unreleased demo of I Disappear was being shared illegally before its official release. The lawsuit led to Napster shutting down and sparked a major debate about digital music piracy. While many fans were angry, Metallica stood by their fight for artist rights. Today, streaming services dominate the industry, but the Napster case remains a pivotal moment in music history. The lawsuit was controversial, but it set the stage for discussions on how artists should be compensated in the digital age. Despite the backlash, Metallica's influence on the music industry remains undeniable. 5. What record did Metallica set with their world tour? Metallica is the first and only band to perform on all 7 continents. In 2013, they played a special concert in Antarctica called Freeze 'Em All for a small group of scientists and contest winners. The show took place inside a dome to protect the environment, with the band playing through headphones instead of traditional amplifiers. This achievement solidified their status as a truly global band. Metallica's dedication to their fans worldwide is unmatched in the music industry. This historic performance earned them a Guinness World Record for being the first band to play on every continent. Even today, no other band has accomplished this feat. 4. How did Metallica almost break up? During the early 2000s, tensions within the band nearly led to their breakup. James Hetfield entered rehab in 2001 for alcohol addiction, and during his absence, Lars Ulrich and Kirk Hammett struggled to keep the band together. The documentary, Some Kind of Monster, captured the band's internal struggles as they tried to record Saint. Anger. They hired a therapist to help them work through their issues, ultimately saving Metallica from disbanding. Today, they credit that difficult period for making them stronger than ever. The album Saint Anger marked a major change in their sound, moving away from solos and featuring a raw, unpolished production. Despite its mixed reception, it remains a key part of their journey. 3. What's the story behind the Black Album? Metallica's self-titled 1991 album, commonly known as the Black Album, marked a major shift in their sound. With hits like Enter Sandman, The Unforgiven, and Nothing Else Matters, the album brought them mainstream success. Some longtime fans criticized the band for going too commercial, but it became their best-selling album, with over 30 million copies sold worldwide. The Black Album transformed Metallica into one of the biggest bands in rock history and continues to influence new generations of musicians. Even today, Metallica plays songs from this album at nearly every concert. The album's impact on rock and metal is still felt decades later. 2. What was Metallica's first Grammy-winning song? In 1990, Metallica was nominated for Best Hard Rock Metal Performance for and Justice for All, but lost to Jethro Tull in one of the most controversial Grammy moments ever. However, they won their first Grammy in 1992 for Metallica, the Black Album. Since then, they have won 8 Grammys, proving their longevity in the music industry. Despite their rocky history with the awards, Metallica remains one of the most decorated metal bands of all time. They have also been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, further cementing their legendary status. Their ability to evolve and stay relevant is a testament to their greatness. 1. Why is Metallica considered the greatest metal band ever? Metallica revolutionized heavy metal by blending speed, aggression, and melody into a unique sound. With over 125 million albums sold worldwide, they are the best-selling metal band of all time. They have influenced countless musicians and continue to sell out stadiums around the world. From Kill 'Em All to 72 Seasons, their music remains relevant across generations. Their dedication to their craft, legendary live performances, and commitment to evolving have cemented Metallica as the kings of metal. Few bands have maintained such a massive global fan base for over 4 decades. Their influence on the music world is unmatched. Did you enjoy these Metallica facts? Then give this video a like, subscribe to TriviaClips, and let us know in the comments what top 10 you want to see next. See you in the next video.
Those Metallica facts were crazy, right? But now, it's time to put your fan knowledge to the test. Can you score a perfect 12 out of 12 in this Linkin Park Trivia Challenge? Only real fans will survive this one.
TriviaClips presents the ultimate Linkin Park Trivia. Welcome to TriviaClips. Today, we're testing your Linkin Park knowledge with 12 carefully crafted questions. Think you know everything about this legendary band? Answer these and prove you're a true fan. Let's go. 1. What year was Linkin Park formed and what was their original name? Option A, 1996. 0. Option B, 1999. Hybrid Theory. Option C, 2000. Meteora. And the answer is option A, 1996. 0. Did you know that before they were Linkin Park, the band went by Zero and struggled to land a record deal? Back then, their lineup included Mark Wakefield as the vocalist instead of Chester Bennington. The band recorded a 4-track demo, but due to a lack of success, Wakefield left, leading to the legendary addition of Chester. That change reshaped the band's identity and set them on a path to becoming one of the biggest rock acts of the 21st century. 2. What is the title of Linkin Park's debut album? Option A, Reanimation. Option B, Hybrid Theory. Option C, Meteora. And the answer is option B, Hybrid Theory. Did you know that Hybrid Theory was not only the name of their debut album, but also the band's name before they rebranded as Linkin Park? The album, which fused nu metal, electronic elements, and rap, became an instant classic. Selling over 30 million copies worldwide, it remains one of the best-selling debut albums in history. The emotional depth of songs like Crawling and In the End struck a chord with fans, cementing Linkin Park as the voice of a generation. 3. Which Linkin Park song won a Grammy Award? Option A, In the End. Option B, Crawling. Option C, Numb. And the answer is option B, Crawling. Did you know that Crawling won a Grammy for Best Hard Rock Performance in 2002? Chester Bennington once revealed that the song was particularly difficult for him to perform because it reflected his struggles with substance abuse and self-doubt. The track's haunting melody and raw lyrics made it one of Linkin Park's most emotional songs, and even years later, it remains a fan favorite at live performances and tribute concerts. 4. What is the name of the remix album Linkin Park released in 2002? Option A, Collision Course. Option B, Reanimation. Option C, Living Things. And the answer is option B, Reanimation. Did you know that Reanimation wasn't just a remix album, but a complete reimagining of Hybrid Theory? The project featured guest artists like Black Thought from The Roots and Jonathan Davis from Korn. Instead of simply remixing tracks, the band infused them with different genres, creating a fresh sound. This album proved Linkin Park's versatility and deep appreciation for collaboration. 5. What country inspired the name of the album Meteora? Option A, Greece. Option B, Japan. Option C, Mexico. And the answer is option A, Greece. Did you know that Meteora is named after a group of massive rock formations in Greece, home to ancient monasteries built on nearly inaccessible peaks? The band felt that the otherworldly and epic nature of these structures perfectly represented the grand, powerful sound they were aiming for with the album. It became one of their most successful releases, featuring hits like Somewhere I Belong and Numb. 6. What is the name of Mike Shinoda's side project? Option A, Dead by Sunrise. Option B, Fort Minor. Option C, Gray Days. And the answer is option B, Fort Minor. Did you know that Fort Minor allowed Mike Shinoda to fully embrace his love for hip-hop? Unlike Linkin Park, where he shared creative control, Fort Minor was his personal project, and he wrote, produced, and recorded everything himself. The hit single, Remember the Name, became an anthem for sports teams, fighters, and motivational content worldwide. 7. Which artist collaborated with Linkin Park on the Collision Course album? Option A, Eminem. Option B, Jay-Z. Option C, Korn. And the answer is option B, Jay-Z. Did you know that Collision Course was initially an experiment? Linkin Park and Jay-Z were both intrigued by the idea of blending rock and rap, and the project was so successful that it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. The mashup of Numb Encore even won a Grammy and became one of the most iconic genre-crossing tracks of the 2000s. 8. What was the lead single from Minutes to Midnight? Option A, Bleed It Out. Option B, What I've Done. Option C, Shadow of the Day. And the answer is option B, What I've Done. Did you know that What I've Done marked a major shift in Linkin Park's sound? With Minutes to Midnight, they moved away from nu metal and toward a more alternative rock style. This track was used in Transformers, 2007, and became one of their biggest mainstream hits. 9. Which song was featured in Transformers, 2007? Option A, Numb. Option B, What I've Done. Option C, New Divide. And the answer is option B, What I've Done. Did you know that after the success of What I've Done, Linkin Park was personally invited by Transformers director Michael Bay to create a theme song for the sequel? That song was New Divide, and it became another blockbuster hit. 10. What is the name of the tour Linkin Park created? Option A, Project Revolution. Option B, Ozfest. Option C, Warped Tour. And the answer is option A, Project Revolution. Did you know that Project Revolution was one of the first major tours to mix rock and hip-hop? The lineup included artists like Snoop Dogg, Korn, and My Chemical Romance, proving Linkin Park's influence beyond just rock music. 11. What was Linkin Park's final studio album with Chester Bennington? Option A, 1,000 Suns. Option B, One More Light. Option C, The Hunting Party. And the answer is option B, One More Light. Did you know that One More Light was a deeply personal album with lyrics reflecting themes of loss and vulnerability? After Chester's passing, the title track became an emotional tribute for fans worldwide. Ice 12. What was the name of Linkin Park's first live album? Option A, Live in Texas. Option B, Road to Revolution. Option C, Underground 9.0. And the answer is option A, Live in Texas. Did you know that Live in Texas was recorded during their Meteora tour and captured their electrifying energy on stage? It remains one of the best-selling live rock albums. How many did you get right? Tell us your score in the comments. Are you a Linkin Park master or do you need a refresher? Let's keep the conversation going. What's your favorite Linkin Park song? Don't forget to subscribe to Trivia Clips for more music trivia.
That was one epic ride. 3 segments, 3 legends, one unforgettable live event. Let us know in the comments, which was your favorite part? Did you get all 12 trivia answers right? If you enjoyed this live, smash that like, subscribe to Trivia Clips, and turn on the bell